this idea?
I like studying flights.
Oh, so that's how you did it. So can you tell me a little bit about how you started your project out? How did you get started? Did you read in a book? And then I see you have different sizes of paper. And if you can just walk me through your project a little bit, okay?
First, I had to measure the big paper to make the big plane, and then we did cut the big plane and we loaded it, and we with the medium paper plane we sliced it, and my mom and me talked about what size and we get it small, so we sliced them and then we divided them and put them in five size and then we put them all together and then we write it how far they went.
So I take it this is all part of yours here, so that you flew it down here. This is what you did in your house? So you showing us the exact same thing you did at your house by putting a big tape measure and running it all the way down here. Can you show me? I don't know how to even make a paper airplane or fly it. Can you show me how you did that? Oh, so you printed that out so that everybody who comes here to the science fair can learn a little something about it as well. I like that. That's not just for you, but to teach other folks how to do that. So tell me, you did all the writing yourself? That, I have to say, is very, very impressive. Because the fact that you did all the work and it wasn't mom who typed it into the computer and printed it out shows me you worked very hard working on this. Excellent job. So you've got your question and your hypothesis, all your materials. So I can see you've got your big, your medium, and your small. You used a pencil. You've got the yardstick or the tape measure that we see here. Oh, now, you have to tell me, who used the blade cutter? Was that something you left for mom to work on, to be a safe guy?
We both did it some of it.
Okay, so you listened to mom's directions on how to be safe, right? Okay, that's good. So I see you have a procedure, and I even see that you've got a wonderful report that works out real well. This one you did in your own handwriting, which I think is an excellent way to do it.
The red writing, I write it, but my mom put the red on top.
And I noticed that you've got everything in a bilingual. And I only know just a little bit of Spanish. So that's why I think this is an excellent way to get other people interested who might not be as good in English as they would like to be, but you're showing them you can do it in 2 languages and they can work on it as well. I think that's a very good example for other people, and I really like that. I only wish that I had studied a little bit more Spanish and I could have read it a little bit better, but that's excellent. And here, that you show your results, that you did it not just once but 5 times, because you just don't get a result by doing it once. You have to have more data points, right? That's why you had to do it.
With my other paper, I was mixed up. I had a 6, not a 7.
You know, and that's something you learn by doing science projects, because you learn things when things go right, and you learn things when things go wrong. Because then you learn on, how could I do something better, right? You learn from, as we always say, we learn from our mistakes. Then you learn something there, and that's excellent. It's all about and developing new ideas. Now this, you've got an excellent conclusion here, and the fact that you wrote it in 2 different languages is very impressive. I can see you took out a lot of time. How long did this project take for you?
Like 2 days or 3.
2 or 3 days. You know, that's a lot of time. I have to say, for a first grader to spend this much time on a project is very impressive. It shows that you were very interested and you took it very seriously. And that is just excellent to see. Now, can you tell me, how did your, I saw a little bit about your results, and that you first thought your hypothesis was that the big one was going to fly farther, but that the medium one actually did fly farther than the big one. What do you think about that? Do you think it had to do with the paper was too heavy, or was it the way you made it, or the way it flew?
I think the highlight, the medium was harder.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good. Can you make one for me now and fly one? Or would that be too much to ask? Could you do that? I would love to see an example of how this works. So now, this is the medium size, correct? Okay. Excellent. All right, let's see. Can you show me how this one flies? I like that. Thank you for giving me a demonstration on this one. This is excellent. Can you tell me one other thing? What do you think? Is there something you might have wanted to test out that you didn't test out? Is there anything you'd like to look at a little farther, a little bit more? Or can you give me an idea? You think you want to try something for next year for the science fair? Have any ideas on that yet? No? No? You just spent a lot of time working on this here. I have to say, you certainly put in a lot of work. And you even had to get on your hands and knees for this project.
And this printer was from Christmas.
You know, and that's good to have, really. And I hope your plane didn't get run over by the train. No? Everything worked out okay? I can see that they're in good shape.
Sometimes the airplanes went past from church.
Yeah, because they don't always fly in a straight line, do they? No, we just saw that here. Well, I have to say, Alejandro, I really enjoyed speaking with you this morning. You did an excellent job with your written report. You explained to me very well how you worked through this. And it was great that you had some help here from Mom on getting this all together. What I especially liked is the fact that you did this in a bilingual fashion. That really helps other folks, because I think that lets people know everybody can get involved. And it helps those who are, like I said, and also helped me because it's been a long time since I've studied some Spanish, and I learned something. And I learned a lot about how things, about the size of paper airplanes and how they fly. What also I have to say was just an extra added touch is the fact that you have a hands-on part, that you're saying try me and let people try. That makes it more interesting, makes people want to say, hey, how did he do this? Can I try? Excellent, excellent job. And I really hope that you decide to do a project for next year, because for first grade, this is very impressive. I have to say, I'm very impressed. You did almost all the work by yourself. And yes, Mom needs to help. But you thought about this, you worked on it, and you spent a lot of time. That's excellent. It shows that you really enjoyed it. And you really did a good job, I have to say. I really appreciate you talking to me. And I appreciate you coming and doing this. What I'd like to do is I would like to make sure that you have one certificate for you, sir, for doing such an awesome job here on your exhibit here, as well as a ribbon for your participation. What I'd like, I have a few notes. Like I said, I'm very impressed by the work that you did here this morning. And talking to you today was just a very enjoyable time. I learned a lot, and I hope that other people come by, test out your theory here, and see how that works. You've given them a good chance for doing it. All right? Well, thank you again. All right? And if you are able to stay at 11:30, they're going to ask the students who did the exhibits to come up on stage. If you can't make it, that's not a problem if there's things you got to do. And I understand that either Miss Lee or Mr. Kruger is going to take these over to homes and they're going to put them up. So you don't have to worry about it. All right? All right. Thank you again, Alejandro. I appreciate you taking the time. All right.